ending here. So we'll just run through the starting lineups for both sides then, as the start of the match is just about 4 minutes away. So let's start off then, we'll start off alphabetically then with Mali, managed by Tom Sanfier. So number 16, Jiggy Diarra. Number 26, Woyo Koulibaly. Number 5, Abdoulaye Diaby. Number 25, Ousmane Camara. Number 3, Amadou Dante. Number 10, and the captain, Yves Bissouma. Number 23, Aliou Dieng. Number 20, Mamadou Sangaré. Number 11, Lassana Koulibaly. Number 8, Mahamadou Doumbia. And number 17, Lassine Sinioko. And in the starting lineup for Tunisia, managed by Sami Trabelsi, number 16, Ayman Darman. Number 20, Yann Valery. Number 3, Montassar Tolbi. Number 6, Dylan Bron. Number 2, Ali Abdi. Number 10, Hannibal Mejbri. Number 17, Elias Skiri. Number 11, Ismail Garbi. Number 13, and the captain, Fejani Sassi. Number 15, Haj Mahmoud. And number 9, Hazem Mastouri. So I think Tunisia certainly go into this match as the favourites, just because Tunisia had, a more, I would say, a relatively more straightforward group campaign than Mali. So just for anyone listening in not aware, so Mali incredibly finished second in Group A without actually winning a game. They only scored 2 goals in the group as well, so they drew all 3 of their Group A games, and they ended up actually not even needing to be one of the 4 best third place teams. They actually qualified automatically in second position. So it started with, a bit of a frustrating 1-1 draw against Zambia. So Mali were 1-0 up against Zambia into stoppage time, but then Patson Dakar equalised for Zambia just 2 minutes into stoppage time there. But then Mali got a very creditable 1-1 draw away at Morocco. Of course, Morocco were the host nation. They are the favourites to go on and win the whole thing. There's a lot of pressure on them as well. And they did come from behind to secure a point against Morocco, who have been on an absolutely fabulous run over the last 2 to 3 years. So that was certainly a very welcome point. So there was certainly, I would say, an air of disappointment when Mali could only draw 0-0 against Comoros in their final group game. But as we just touched on, it was just enough for Mali to end up finishing second, even though they've not actually won a game yet at this AFCON tournament. So, of course, there is a possibility that Mali could exit the tournament without actually ever being beaten in the tournament within 90 minutes. So, tournaments like these, knockout tournaments with a round-robin group stage across the globe, it can bring up certain situations like that. And, of course, I remember when Portugal last won the Euros, Portugal didn't actually win a single group game, and then of course went on to win the whole thing. So strange things can happen in international tournaments. So in Group C, that was where Tunisia were, and Tunisia also finished second. That did start off with a win, I covered that game actually for commentary as well for Flash Score. That was a pretty comfortable 3-1 victory against Uganda. Skiri with the opening goal, and Chowri with a brace for himself there. But then Tunisia lost 3-2 to Nigeria, who have looked very impressive. They were 3-0 down to Nigeria, but then scored 2 goals within the last 20 minutes to set up a grandstand finale there. But ultimately they lost to Nigeria, and then they drew 1-1 against Tanzania. They took the lead, but then were pegged back just 3 minutes into the second half. But Tunisia finished second in Group C after a win, a draw and a defeat from their 3 Group C games. So they finished in between Nigeria and Tanzania. So just for anyone not aware, so the first round of 16 game took place earlier today in the Africa Cup of Nations, and it was a surprise start between Senegal and Sudan. So Sudan actually took the lead very early on, but the favourites for the game, Senegal, ended up winning 3-1, and Senegal are the first team through to the quarter-finals of this year's AFCON. But who will the second team be? We will find out very, very soon by the end of tonight, and it promises to be a very interesting game. Both certainly had their ups and downs so far in this tournament, and yeah, don't be surprised if this game was to go potentially all the way here through extra time, maybe even to penalties. So we're just about to get things underway then. So it's Tunisia, all in white shirts, white shorts and white socks to kick us off. They'll be going from left to right as I see it, and Mali will be shooting from right to left. Mali in sort of dark green shirts with a yellow trim on them as well, and yellow shorts. And Tunisia on the break very, very quickly indeed here, just on the right hand side of the 18-yard box, and it's headed away by the Mali defence, but just an early warning sign now. It was Mastouri that managed to get to the ball on that right flank and was able to chip the ball in. Now another right wing delivery comes in from Tunisia. It's now just picked up on the left hand side. It's just kept in play. Now Sassi on the ball. Oh, and the referee has now actually signalled the ball did go out. So Abdi just not quite able to keep the ball in. Very, very close indeed. You can also see there on the replay I've got on my monitor, there was one of those laser pens also being aimed at the ball there, and possibly at the player as well. So hopefully we don't see any more of that potentially impacting on the game there. Again, Tunisia on the attack here, just outside the edge of the D, and then Mali just boot the ball away as far as they can. In fact, it goes all the way there to Tunisia's goalkeeper, Ayman Darman. Now Tunisia will play the ball out from the back here, and with Skiri just in the centre of midfield on that right hand side. Now with Bron. It's as if Tunisia are playing kind of like a diamond formation. I don't think you really see that all that much, to be honest. So it's four at the back, and then you've got kind of like one sitting in defensive midfielder, two players further on at each side, and then you've got an attacking midfielder just behind front two there. So it should be Mahmoud and Mastouri leading the line for Sami Trabelsi's side. With Mali, looks to be a 4-2-3-1 formation, so Sinayoko playing up top, just ahead of Sangare, Bissouma and Doumbia. Long ball chipped in by Tunisia. Not cleared away convincingly by the left-hand side of the Mali defence. And it's Valerie looking to break into the penalty area on the right-hand side, but just runs out of space. He wants a corner. He's not going to get what he wants there, so it's going to be a goal kick for Mali to take. Tunisia head coach just shouting some instructions there, Sami Trabelsi. Forgive me if this is an error on my part. Absolutely certain I remember Sami Trabelsi being a member of the Tunisia side that played in the 1998 FIFA World Cups. I seem to remember Trabelsi, I think, playing for Tunisia against England at World Cup 98 in the opening group game there. So we'll have to check that at half time if I've got my facts straight for that one. And we've just had a foul given away by the Mali number 8. That's a yellow card shown very early on. Only in the 4th minute is Mahamadou Doumbia that has received a caution there. Let's have a look at the first replay on my monitor. We need to have another look at that. It happened very, very quickly. I think it was a stray arm that caught the face there of a Tunisian player, and that's an early yellow card to pick up there after only 4 minutes played for Doumbia. And Yves Bissouma, the Mali skipper, just having a word there with the referee. I think defending his teammate, but not really much he can do. The yellow card has already been given. Now Tunisia will just take the free kick inside their own half. Now to the centre of their back line. Now just over the halfway line on the left-hand side. They've got, oh, that's clearly a trip there. We might even see Another yellow card, possibly. Not this time. And then the free kick is taken very, very quickly here, and it's cleared away by the Mali defence. And it was the Tunisian number 9, Hazem Mastouri, who almost got on the end of that. Tunisia looking very, very lively, very dangerous, very early on in this game. There's a clearance in the end there from Abdoulaye Diaby to clear Mali's lines. But of course, the danger isn't over. It's now going to be a corner kick here for Tunisia from the left corner quadrant, and it's a congested 18-yard box, especially around the edge of the 6-yard box, as well as Tunisia look for an early breakthrough. So the corner kick is going to be taken by Mejbri. Plays his club football for Burnley in the English Premier League. We're still waiting for this corner to be taken by Mejbri. Into the 6th minute now, and now the corner finally comes in swinger. Will be aimed at the goalkeeper, who punches the ball away. And it's a long-range shot, and it just comes off Diaby, but it looks as if there was either an offside there in the build-up, or I think it's been given as a foul on the goalkeeper. So a foul committed there by Yann Valery on Jiggy Diarra, the Mali goalkeeper. And then Mali look to clear their lines from the left-hand side of their defence. It's charged down by Stowry. Certainly looks very lively very early on in this game. So throw then for Mali to take on the left-hand side of their defence. This will be taken by Amadou Dante. Now Mali just finally breaking through into the Tunisian half, and now another yellow card comes out. So it's the first yellow card for Tunisia, and that has been given to Dylan Bron. So now Tunisia have a yellow card, so it's booking a piece for both sides within the opening 7 minutes of the game. So the referee, apologies for any mispronunciations here, Abongil Tom, the referee, certainly laying down the marker very, very early on here. So one booking apiece for each side. And it's going to be a free kick for Mali, midway down the left-hand side of Tunisia's own half. And then as soon as the free kick is taken, we've got a Tunisian player that's gone down. It's Mejbri. I think the free kick is just going to be retaken here, as it looks as if the push that came in happened just before the free kick was actually taken. So the free kick will be taken a second time then. So midway down this left-hand side from Mali's perspective, inside Tunisia's own half. Let's see what they can do here. An opportunity to whip the ball towards the edge of the 18-yard box. So it's taken by Bissouma, headed away by the Tunisian defence. Good pressing from Tunisia. Mali will just play the ball back to Diarra in goal, but his distribution isn't great. He was looking to find Sidiyoko up top. The ball just drifts out wide, and it'll be a throw into Tunisia just behind the halfway line, just inside their own half on their right-hand side. Now it's going to be a throw into Mali. Ball chested down by Mastouri, but could not keep the ball in, so Dante will take the throw in. And they'll go long with the throw here. Now headed away by the Tunisian backline. Big header away there from the Mali defence. Just go all the way back to Darman inside Tunisia's goal. We've got a Tunisian player down here. The referee just going over to see exactly what the situation is. Not sure if it came from a collision there or whether it was just a more innocuous injury picked up there. But there is a fair amount of concern here from a number of Tunisian players who are now circled around him. Looks a bit more of an innocuous knock picked up there. And the Tunisian physios are now just treating him, still just trying to ascertain exactly who it is that's gone down here. So we're just got a slight break. So just a reminder of what happened earlier on today in the Africa Cup of Nations in our first knockout game of the tournament, our first round of 16 game, and Senegal ended up beating Sudan 3-1. Now we've just seen a replay of how the injury came about, and yeah, that is a concerning one for Sami Trabelsi and his coaching staff at Tunisia, because it's the number 6, Dylan Bron, who's gone down, and there was no one around him. So he's ended up pulling a muscle, and it looks to be one of those where it's completely innocuous, but that may well be a game ender for the Tunisian defender there, Dylan Bron, who plays his club football for Servette in Switzerland. You can tell from his face, I think he's going to have to come off. So a very early enforced substitution then that Tunisia head coach Sami Trabelsi has got to make, and that's a big blow here for the Eagles of Carthage. So Bron is going to have to be replaced, and just going to get confirmation as to who's going to come on for him, and it's going to be the number 4 Yassine Miraya, plays his club football in Tunisia for Esperance de Tunis, and he's going to come on for him. So a very early defensive change there for Tunisia, so we'll see how that possibly affects the game then. But play has now resumed here, so it's certainly been a bit stop-start just within the last 5 minutes or so. But I do just get the feeling this game could well go the distance here. You'd make Tunisia the favourites going into this game, but I really don't think there'll be much in it. So the substitution has now gone ahead. So in the end, a very quick workout in the end for Dylan Bron, having to go off after only 11 minutes, and he is officially replaced by the number 4 Yassine Miraya. And a long range shot comes in from Tunisia, and it's steered wide of the target there. It's about 20 yards out, a little bit ambitious, but certainly there to be hit. It was Garbi that went for goal. That's probably the closest we've been to an opener. Certainly hit it well, hit it firmly, but just missing the accuracy, and it's steered wide. And so it'll be a goal kick for Diarra to take. So 13 minutes in then. Mali 0, Tunisia 0. There's going to be a free kick for Dante to take, playing left back for Mali today. Throwing goes long, just out of play. It's just chested down by Sinayoko, but you can't keep the ball in. So throw in for Tunisia, taken by Valerie. Now Mali win back possession here through Dumbia, who's already on a booking. And now Mali have won a free kick about 10 yards over the halfway line inside Tunisia's own half. We just move into the 14th minute of the game here. Foul given away by Elias Skiri, very highly rated player, plays for Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany. And Mali have possession then, just on the left-hand side of their midfield, back to the defence, but their defence is now pushed up just over the halfway line. This is good from Mali. They've got some space on the right-hand side. Can they get the delivery in? They try to, but it will go out for a corner. It comes off a Tunisian player last. Came off Tolby. We've now got a Mali player down here, and it's Lassana Koulibaly, who managed to get the delivery in, but he's also gone down in a bit of a heap afterwards as well. I think he actually collided with his own player there, I think, that ended up giving him the injury there. Looks as if he's going to be okay to continue though. So quarter of an hour in, still goalless, but even though we've not seen any goals, it's certainly been lively. And it's certainly been an entertaining spectacle, even though we've not seen an early goal just yet. So, corner then for Mali. Their first one of the game. In swinger from the right-hand side. It's punched away extravagantly there by Darman before Tunisia now clear their lines. Just for a minute there, it looks as if Mastowry was about to get away from the last Mali player back. I think he's appealing for a foul, but nothing given. Yeah, just for a split second there, it looked as if Mastowry was going to run away from the last man and just have the goalkeeper to beat, but it was very good defending from Dante. And I think it's actually going to be a free kick for Mali. So in a central defensive position. So we're just waiting for the release here. So they go short instead. And to Camara. There's plenty of options ahead of him. To Dumbia. Oh, and that's a poor misplaced pass though from the Mali midfield. But goodness me, we've seen 3 misplaced passes in a row there. To me, to you. But Valerie now plays the ball down this right-hand side. And again, just possession just being shared between both sides. Both teams just unable to keep the ball at the moment. Tunisia back in possession on the left-hand side. But it's a poor delivery, though. And it's going to be a goal kick for Diarra to take. So, despite no goals, certainly been an interesting start to the game. So the biggest flashpoint that we've had is the fact that Tunisia have already been forced into a substitution. Big blow as well. Dylan Bron, the centre-half, has gone off. And he's had to be replaced by the number 4, Yassine Miraya, 32-year-old defender. Plays his club football in Tunisia for Esperance. A goal kick taken long by Diarra. Tunisia win possession straight away from that goal kick. Now we've got another Tunisian player down. It's very stop-start, isn't it? I think it's Valerie who's gone down here. Play continues though. But now the referee stops the play and another yellow card comes out. So Mali have now received 2 bookings. I think the yellow card was shown to Yves Bissouma of Tottenham Hotspur of Mali. And the referee certainly laying down a marker here. Yeah, it was. I don't think you could have any complaints about that one. Left the foot in on Valerie. If it was anywhere a little bit higher up, I think VAR might have been having another look at that as a possible red, but will be a yellow. And I'm sure it will remain that way. Just some nice scenes there. Just seeing some Mali supporters and Tunisia supporters watching the game together. And hugging each other as well. So nice scenes there in the crowd. As Tunisia look to play the ball from the back here. It's another late challenge from Mali. And it's Abdi that's gone down now for Tunisia. So it's certainly been a very, very stop-start game here. As if the challenge came in from Woyo Koulibaly. Plays his club football for Sassuolo in Italy's Serie A. Sassuolo actually played earlier on today. They got a 1-1 draw, of course, without Woyo Koulibaly in action. So just got another break in the game here, whilst another injury is seen to, but looks as if it's going to be fine to continue here for Tunisia, and the game gets back underway. Just a bit of a risky pass along the back line there from Mali, but they get away with it. Now Dante can break free here. Not the best of passes though, and it falls back to the Tunisian defence. Valerie clears the ball away. Now to Mastowry. And to the number 4 is the substitute already introduced, Mariah. Mariah on the ball again. Mariah just plays a square pass to Tolby. Back to Mariah. 20 minutes in then. Intriguing encounter. And the first goal is going to be absolutely crucial in this game. Tunisia look to play the ball in from the right-hand side through Garbi. It's kept low, but still too close to the goalkeeper, and Diarra will play pretty easily. Just have a slight break before the goalkeeper plays the ball into the centre of the pitch here. So certainly an intriguing encounter on our hands as the ball drifts away. There'll be a throw-in for Tunisia right on the halfway line. Will be taken by Valerie. Now the Eagles of Carthage looking to break down this right-hand side, so down Mali's left-hand side of their defence. Just having to revert back. I mean, for both of these sides, it could just do with just a sustained level of possession, because there's been a few sloppy passes from both sides, and it's just meant that both sides haven't been able to get into a proper rhythm. It's not also helped that there's been a lot of fouls in this game, and there's the latest one. And it's Mejbri that's gone down in a pretty good area there for Tunisia. Foul came in from Kamara, right in front of the assistant referee on the near side. So Mejbri will take the free kick here on this right wing, about 10 yards away from the edge of the 18-yard box on the right flank. So good opportunity here for Tunisia to whip the ball in and try and cause some damage here to Mali. So free kick comes in. It's an excellent free kick, and it's only just cleared away by the Mali defence, but only as far as Abdi. He tries to get a shot in. It's blocked immediately, and the ball runs out of play. So it's going to be a throw-in on the left flank for Tunisia. Abdi will save, but as if it'll be taken again. Referee has stopped play. Not too sure what for. Okay, and now the play has restarted, so not too sure what that slight break was for, but again, misplaced passes coming to the fore here. But a Tunisian player that's gone down, but referee not interested in giving a foul there. But then that is certainly a late challenge, and the yellow card is going to come out again. So it's now, what is that, 4 bookings I think overall. And it's gone to the Tunisian number 15, Mahmoud. So he's now won a yellow card. That was for, well, a bit of a late challenge there on Yves Bissouma. So that's now the 4th booking of the game. 2 for each side. And if we are going to go to extra time, and possibly to penalties, quite a few players have got a lot more minutes to play, while under the threat of receiving, if they were to get another yellow card, they'd be off. So might have to be some substitutions made at certain points as well, from both head coaches, Tom Sanfier and Sami Trabelsi, just to lessen the threat of a sending off impacting the game. But Tunisia have now just won a corner here. Delivery from the right-hand side. A corner kick to Mali, rather. It was charged down by defender. And the corner kick comes in. Just comes off a Tunisian defender last. Comes from Abdi last. And it's going to be a very quick corner. Taken by Mali on the left-hand side. But referee is going to instruct for the corner to be taken again by Mali on that left-hand side, because the ball was still in motion when the corner was initially taken. So it's taken again. This time it's aimed right into the 18-yard box. Goes right over the far post, and it's going to end up being a throw for Mali. It's about 15 yards away from the corner quadrant on their right-hand side. So it's just bubbling away nicely, this game. As I said before, this opening goal is going to be absolutely crucial, I think. And with the way the referee is dishing out the cards here, would not be overly surprised if we end up seeing a red card along the way as well. It's been a stop-start match, plenty of fouls. And it's just affected the rhythm of both sides here. Now Mali looking to play the ball out from the back. Here's Dante on the left-hand side. Long ball trying to find Tidiyoko. Played away by the Tunisian defence. Now they'll look to break down this right-hand side through Valerie. Now it's collected by Garbi. Square pass, but it'll be collected by Bissouma. Now Dumbia. Oh, and then Mali just had some space to work into, but then it was a slip at just the wrong point there from Sangare. And they've just got to go all the way back now to Jigi Diarra. It just allows the Tunisian midfield to recover the ball. Miraya all the way back to Darman. Into Tolby. We've got another player down here. Is the yellow card going to come out again? I think it is. There's another Tunisian player gone. It's a red card! It's a red card! And the Mali players are stunned here. We've got a red card. I'm just trying to see who exactly got the challenge in here. The Mali head coach, Tom Sanfier, can't believe it. He's already in discussions with the fourth official. It looks as if it's Woyo Koulibaly that has received the straight red. Yves Bissouma can't believe it. He's got to be careful because he's on a yellow card. To be fair, I think it is the right call from the referee. It's a bit of a high. Yeah, it goes over the ankle. The studs are up. It's happened a few times in this game, so it's a pretty reckless challenge on Mejbri. And I think the referee's made the right call there. It's a big call for a straight red card so early on. We're now only 27 minutes into the game. But Woyo Koulibaly has been shown a straight red card. So we've already had 4 bookings. We've now seen the first red. And we were saying only a minute ago, weren't we, about how, you know, we wouldn't be surprised if we were to see a red card down the line in this game. I was thinking more along the lines of maybe the second half for that to happen, not for it to happen just a minute later. But Woyo Koulibaly has been shown a straight red card here. I think he's still on the pitch. I think he's waiting to see if VAR maybe gets involved, or is just checking to see if Mejbri is okay. Maybe it's a bit of both, but he is now leaving the field here, and Tom Sanfier is having to now come up with a lot of instructions here. It's a strange one because, Woyo Koulibaly was leaving the field, is now stood on the turf again. I'm not sure if he's just waiting to see if VAR gets involved here, but I would be amazed if VAR gets involved and asks the referee to check the VAR footage. I mean, he might just be stopping just to make sure that Mejbri is okay. But now he is leaving the field. So Mali are down to 10 men. A straight red card shown to Woyo Koulibaly. And it's very strange here. He's now in discussions with the Mali head coach, Tom Sanfier. I'm not sure if he's actually being advised to just stay on the pitch. And we've got Mali supporters in the crowd actually doing the VAR signal. So they obviously want VAR to get stuck in, but the game is restarting finally, and we are back underway again. So I'm sure VAR officials have checked it, but I'm certain that was the right call from the referee. I know he's been very happy to get the cards out from his pocket, but I don't think he had any other decision to make. It was over the ankle. The studs were up. It could have ended up causing quite a serious injury. I think it was the right call, personally, from the referee. And so Mali down to 10 men. Woyo Koulibaly sent off. So now, even though it's goalless, Tunisia now with a big advantage. They have an extra man here. It's now 11 against 10. And we've still got 15 minutes plus stoppage time of the first half to go. So Mali potentially could be playing a long time indeed with a man down. So back underway then. Tunisia looking to play the ball down this right-hand side. It's Valerie with good delivery here. And Mali just looking to try and play the ball out through Lassana Koulibaly. And we just waited to see what the next step is here. Not sure if an offside was actually called in the build-up there. I think it was. Yeah, it was. When you have a look at the replay again, Mastouri was about a yard offside in the end. So it is going to be a free kick for Jigi Diarra to take for Mali. So it goes long. Glancing header from a defender. Runs all the way to Darman in between the sticks for Tunisia. So just over half an hour played then. Still goalless, and we're looking for our first goal tonight, but it's now definitely advantage to Tunisia as they have 11 men to Mali's 10 after the straight red card shown to Woyo Koulibaly for a studs-up challenge on the Burnley and Tunisia midfielder Hannibal Mejbri. Now Tunisia playing the ball towards the left-hand side. Cross comes in into the 18-yard box. Battered away by the goalkeeper, Diarra. And then in the end it's cleared away by Mali. But definitely more and more pressure coming from Tunisia. Who's definitely now the favourites to win this tie. Delivery again comes in from the left-hand side. It's a desperate header away. It's going to be a corner for Tunisia, and the Mali defence now already coming under a lot of pressure here. Of course, Mali in the quite a fairly unique situation of having reached the knockout stage without losing a game, but also without winning a game either. So they are unbeaten in this competition without actually winning a game. Tunisia won one, drew one and lost one in their group, sandwiched in between Nigeria and Tanzania to qualify for the round of 16. So corner then will be taken from Mejbri on the right hand side, out swinger, and in the end will just be, well I'll say cleared away. It's actually dribbled away there by Dante, but in the end he loses the ball. And Tunisia can just play it back to Darman, and they'll just play it out from scratch. Now to Mejbri on this right hand side. Miraya. Now with Skiri just in the centre of midfield. Just be cleared away by Tolby. Be a throw to Mali just on the halfway line on their right hand side. So if Mali are going to reach the quarter-finals, they're certainly going to have to do it the hard way. They're going to have to play a long time here with a man down. Not exactly been much in the way of clear-cut chances in this game. So absolutely no question that the sending off of Woyo Koulibaly has been the biggest flashpoint of this match so far. Dieng looking to go down this right hand side for Mali, quite well inside Tunisia's own half, but already the numbers game helping out Tunisia. But Mali have now just won free kick here. Bissouma just ended up running into Abdi, I think it was, and just going down. So it's going to be a free kick for Mali. Their supporters are still in full voice here. And as the head coach, Tom Sanfier, looks on. And it's going to be a free kick. Whipped in very low, but can only find the goalkeeper from a long way out. And a bit of a let-off there And the chance wasted, obviously, in Mali's position. We've got to make the most of these set pieces now. So Tunisia will just play the ball out from the back here. Talbi. It's being pressed well, though, by Sidiyoko. Mali win the ball back. It's a poor pass at Tunisia. Not the best of communications there. Miraya, to knock the ball very quickly back to Darman. He just has to kick the ball anywhere he can just to make sure Mali don't get a very easy chance to take the lead here. Now with Valerie, just linking up with Miraya. Valerie plays the ball further down this right-hand side. Just managing to find Garbi. Ball goes out. It's going to be Sassi to take for Tunisia. I think Mejbri just signalling for the ball on this left-hand side. So far Tunisia have had 66% of the ball to Mali's 34. Obviously Tunisia have had a lot of possession within the last 5 to 10 minutes, as you can imagine here. Floated delivery. Trying to find Mejbri on that left-hand side, but he's not going to be able to reach it. Too much purchase on the ball. No, I think with Tunisia, they've just got to be patient here. And if they do that, surely the opportunities will come. But, as we said before, big challenge now for Mali. If they're going to get through to the quarterfinals, like we said, they are going to have to do it the hard way now. Ball just runs out again, so it's going to be a throw to Tunisia, taken very quickly, and it's with Mejbri, just about 5 yards away from the byline, looking to get a delivery in from the left-hand side, but it's closed down well by the Mali back line. They just need to just get a bit more possession here, just try and have a sustained spell of just keeping the ball and try and get a footing back into the game, but they'll not do that with misplaced passes like that. And this time it's Dante that plays a poor pass, and it will just go out harmlessly for another Tunisia throw. So just coming towards the latter stages of the first half then. Of course, if it is a draw after 90 minutes, we're in the knockout stages now, so we would go into extra time, and if needs be, penalties. Every Tunisian outfield player now inside Mali's half. Tell the pressure just growing, and the Mali defence just having to absorb more and more pressure. Valerie on this right hand side, well inside Mali's half, just having to play the ball back to Miraya. Talbi back to Miraya, of course has been introduced to the game, I imagine, a lot earlier than he thought he would be, after Dylan Bron picked up pretty innocuous looking injury only about 11 minutes into the game. Back to Miraya, and Mali are now really sitting very deep behind the ball here. It's going to be tough for them to keep doing this for we've got another 53 minutes of game time still to go, and potentially extra time. So Tunisia start from scratch again. Now they spread the ball towards the left hand side. Play goes down, nothing given from the referee this time, who certainly had a very busy first half. We've seen 4 yellow cards and a straight red. And Mejbri has gone down for Tunisia. The challenge comes in from the number 11, Lassana Koulibaly. Let's just see if the card comes out again here. So I think it might be. Just some appeals here. Lassana Koulibaly does not receive the yellow card this time, so it's just had a quick chat with the referee, and I think the referee just making it clear nothing like that again, otherwise the card will have to come out. But I have to say, when you look at the replay, it's a late challenge. I mean, it's not high, so there's no risk of it being a red card, but I'm very surprised with how card happy the referee has been that no yellow card came out this time, because surely, you know, if going to be consistent, a late challenge like that would be shown a yellow card. So I think Lassana Koulibaly has been a little bit fortunate there not to receive a booking. But it's a free kick in a very good position here for Tunisia. So it's on the left flank, only a few yards away from the edge of the 18-yard box. And I think Tunisia's number 10, Mejbri, is just, again, speaking to the referee, I think he's just at a bit of a loss as to how Lassana Coulibaly was not shown the yellow card there. And he's just going to get on with it. Still a free kick in a very good position here for Tunisia. As we now move into the 40th minute. I'm sure there will be a fair few minutes of stoppage time, though. Quite a lot of drama here. Now the free kick, oh well, I was about to say finally has drifted into the 18-yard box. However, the referee has stopped play. I'm not entirely sure why. And I think the referee was just getting some information from his VAR officials, but he has now given the indicator that the free kick can now go ahead. So, free kick drifted in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Flapped at it there by the goalkeeper, and Mali just about get away with it. They're now looking to play the ball out from the left-hand side of their defence. They've actually picked up a little bit fortunate there, but having said that, the goalkeeper has now gone down, and I think he's going to need some treatment here from the Mali staff physio. So it's Jiggy Diarra, who's just sat down on the turf and now awaiting treatment. Plays this club football for young Africans. So we've just got a break, and it just gives the Mali head coach, Tom Sanfier, who's from Belgium, just to have a pep talk then with the rest of his starting side a few minutes before the interval, whilst the goalkeeper is treated here. So just a reminder then that we had our first round of 16 game take place earlier on today in the AFCON, and it finished Senegal 3, Sudan 1. So Senegal are the first team to have reached the quarter-finals of the this year's AFCON tournament. But who will be the second side to book their place in the last stage? Of course, the favourites certainly now at this stage with an extra man advantage is now Tunisia. But Mali will still have a lot to say about that. So goalkeeper looks to be fine to continue. He just fell down there after that free kick in a dangerous position came in, but it's going to be okay to continue. We should be able to restart the game, but I imagine we're going to get quite a lot of stoppage time here. So it's going to be a free kick then for Diarra to take. Goes long, about 50 yards up here. Sidiyoko tries to get on the end of it. He's not really seen too much of the ball. As Tunisia now break through Mejbri. Now from the left-hand side, early delivery comes in, but it's of a poor quality. And it's collected very, very easily by Diarra. I think he's just going to take up as much time as he can. I think just from Mali's perspective, they just need to make sure that they head into the interval at least at 0-0, and then work out what their approach is going to be from there on in after the half-time team talk. So, you know, now on the break though. Pass comes in. We've got another player down though inside the 18-yard box. I think it's Sidiyoko that's gone down. Dante plays the delivery straight to the Tunisian defence, but now the referee will stop the play now to see what's happened here and assess the situation. So let's have a look here and find out exactly what's happened here. So now into the 44th minute, but we're going to have a serious amount of stoppage time. We've had so many breaks littered throughout this first half. We've had so many fouls, so many injuries. And of course, there was quite a long hold-up before Woyo Coulibaly went off the pitch. Let's have a look here at our first replay of this situation. That's an interesting one. So Sidiyoko just ends up running into a Tunisian defender there. And he's holding his face. Doesn't look as if any further action is going to take place though after that incident. We're just waiting for the go-ahead for the game to restart here. The referee just checking his watch. He's got a lot of stoppage time that he's got to account for here. So Sidiyoko is still down. He's sat down on the turf, but at least he is now sat up. And I think now Yves Bissouma is just going over to the referee, probably just to inquire about how much stoppage time. Just in discussions with the Tunisian substitutes, Miraya. That's quite interesting. We're seeing quite a few conversations between the Mali and Tunisia players. Nothing heated, just discussions between the players, so probably about the various flashpoints and talking points about this game so far. So, still goalless, but certainly been plenty to discuss, and it's certainly been a hard-fought affair from both teams. So I'm glad to say it looks like Sidiyoko is okay to continue here. So we're just waiting for the restart to go ahead here from the referee. Referee for this game, Abongil Tom. And he's now given the thumbs up, and it's going to be an uncontested drop ball for the Tunisian defence. So they'll now take the ball over the halfway line. Just over the halfway line now with Miraya. Back to his central defensive partner. Through to Tolby. Now to Tunisia's left-hand side. Ball collected by Mejbri. Looking to play the ball further down this left flank. Opens up a little bit here. Space. We've got a Mali player down, but Tunisia have got a chance here, but the goalkeeper, Diarra, just claims the ball in the nick of time. We also had a Mali player that went down inside his own 18-yard box as well. Just a coming to there between Mahmoud of Tunisia. And he went for goal, but it was a complete air shot in the end. Got his bearings completely wrong, and it just allowed Djigui Diarra to, juggle the ball briefly before finally getting a proper handle of it. So we've got 6 minutes of stoppage time. To be honest, I thought it would be more than that, and we're already 2.5 minutes of the way through the 6 minutes. So about 3.5 minutes to go then. It's now a throw in to Mali for Dante to take. Midway down this left-hand side for Mali. Throwing goes long. They've done well to keep the ball there, and then got a Mali player go down. But the referee says no foul, and Sidiyoko can't believe it. Not very happy with the referee's decision there. Was actually just inside the 18-yard box as it happened as well, but referee says no foul. So just under 3 minutes to go then before we reach the interval. So if you've only just tuned in, it's certainly been eventful, even though it's currently goalless. So 0-0, but Mali are down to 10 men after Woyo Koulibaly was shown a straight red card in the 26th minute. Valerie for Tunisia looking to play the ball in early from the right flank. It's charged down, but Tunisia will have another go here with Garbi on this right hand side. Charged down again from Doumbia. So it's going to be a throw in for Tunisia again on this right hand side. Taken by Garbi once more. We'll go back to their defence, but every Tunisian outfield player is inside Mali's half here. Looking to play a through ball for Valerie to get onto. And it's going to be a free kick for Mali. Just a foul committed, just a push there from Valerie on, it's more of a pull of the shirt actually there on Dante. As soon as that came in and Dante went down, it was always going to be a free kick. I'm just waiting for the game to restart again. So, free kick taken long by the goalkeeper, Diarra, to try and play it up top for Sinioko to collect. And it's going to be a throw for Mali, just over the halfway point, down this left-hand side. And what a time it would be if they could find a breakthrough here, right on the stroke of half-time. It's going to be Dante to take once more with the throw on this left-hand side, looking to take it long, just towards the edge of the 18-yard box here, but Tunisia will clear the ball away. But it's going to be another throw to Mali, just less than 60 seconds to go then, before we reach half-time. Referee just having a quick word here with Miraya of Tunisia. And now he's given the go-ahead for the throw-in to take place. So just a little bit of late pressure for Tunisia's defence to deal with here. Dante with the throw again. Headed away. Now Mali restore possession. Delivery from the left-hand side, just aimed towards the near post, and it's cleared away. But has now the substitute just injured himself. It was Miraya that cleared the ball away from his near post. It looks as if he's going to be alright. There was some concern there from the Tunisian players around him, but it's going to be a very late corner then for Mali on this left-hand side. And we're now into the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Corner comes in. It's a header from Mejbri before a loose ball is claimed by Darman, and that surely will be the last action of this first half, and that is indeed it. So the referee blows the whistle for half-time. And yeah, it's been a fascinating contest then. So it's 0-0 between Mali and Tunisia in this round of 16 game, with a place in the quarter-finals at stake. But Mali are down to 10 men after that straight red card was shown to Woyo Koulibaly for a studs-up challenge where the contact was made just above the ankle. And I would say, just in my opinion, with the letter of the law, I don't think the referee could have made any other decision. But it is still 0-0, but Tunisia have a one-man advantage. So we'll just take a break of around about 10 to 12 minutes, but don't go anywhere. We will be back just before the start of the second half. More Mali in the 26th minute. It was a straight red for a studs-up challenge, and he was sent off. So Mali, since the 26th minute of the game, have been down to 10 men. So whilst it's still goalless, Tunisia have a big advantage here in a game that could potentially go to extra time and maybe even all the way to penalties as well. We've just got some news actually just before we start the second half of another change for Tunisia. In that first half, so Haj Mahmoud has been replaced by a Chowri. So a Chowri has come on for him there, and that's the latest change that we've had in this game. So just one change made from the Tunisia head coach Sami Trabelsi, and that is the introduction of a Chowri as we now get this second half underway here. So Mali 0, Tunisia 0, but Mali now have a big mountain to climb if they're going to reach quarter-finals, as they've got a long way to play with a man down against a very decent Tunisia side. But Tunisia, even with the one-man advantage, have not yet been able to make a breakthrough. So just a reminder that Elias Chowri has now come on for Tunisia, plays his club football for FC Copenhagen in Denmark. No changes from the Mali head coach Tom Sanfier, as Mali just get a free kick here. Just a late challenge that came in from Sassi, the Tunisia captain. And it's going to be a free kick then for Mali on the left of centre, about, I would say, between 35 and 40 yards from goal. So it's going to be taken by Dante. First goal here will be absolutely crucial in this game. It's a decent delivery as well. Just somehow evades every Mali player inside the 18-yard box. And Tunisia can take this ball down this left-hand side. Now plays long for the Chowri to try and chase the ball down from, but a little bit too much purchase on that delivery. And it's cleared away by Diarra. Now Tunisia back in possession here. Now just with Skiri. Back to the Tunisian back line. Miraya to Tolbi. Now with Abdi. Tolbi again. I'm sure Tunisia will just look to have a bit more possession here, because even when they did have one man extra in the latter stages of the first half, they perhaps still didn't have as much possession as they would have liked. Possession has been lost pretty sloppily from both sides throughout the first 45 minutes, but Tunisia is looking to immediately gain full control of this second half. 3 minutes in now. Tolbi, every Tunisian player well inside the Mali half here. There's already a lot of defensive pressure coming under for Mali here, as Tunisia look to play the ball in from Valerie on the right hand side. Comes back out now. Sassi tries to get enough space to get a shot in, then the shot is attempted by Garbi, but it's blocked immediately by the Mali defence. To Garbi, just inside the 18-yard box, plays a low delivery, but it's cleared away by Camara. Tunisia receive the ball again on their right-hand side, well inside Mali's own half, but the assistant referee has the flag up. I think there was an offside there in build-up, and so it's going to be, well, a bit of a relief there for Mali. A free kick for them, because they were having to come under a lot of pressure there very early on in the second half. Just a reminder of the game that took place earlier on today in this AFCON tournament. It's been a very entertaining tournament so far. There's been plenty of goals. There's been a couple of surprise results in there as well. But there was no surprise in the opening knockout game of this tournament in the round of 16, as Senegal did have to come back from behind, but they did in the end fairly comfortably defeat outsiders Sudan, who did very well to reach the knockout stage. Senegal beat Sudan 3-1 in the end after 90 minutes. So Senegal are the first team through to the AFCON quarterfinals, but who will the second team be to put their spot in the last 8? So free kick taken by Diarra, headed away by Sassi. And Dieng for Mali. Again, just both sides just not able to keep the ball at the moment. Now possession restored by Mali. Not the best of back passes there from the number 11, Lassana Koulibaly. But Mali just about get away with it. The ball in the end cleared by Diarra. And it has to be said, it hasn't really still, even with that one-man advantage, there hasn't really been many, you would say, clear-cut opportunities in this game. A lot of pressure has been applied, certainly by Tunisia, but you'd have to say Diarra and, as it goes as well, Darmoun in Tunisia's goal. Neither keeper really had to do all that much in terms of actual saves to make in between the sticks for both goalkeepers. Tunisia back on the attack once more then. Now with Mejbri. It's a poor ball though. Should be doing better than that. Abdi looking to get on the end of it down that left hand side. Was unable to do so. Got too much weight on it. And in the end it's just going to be a goal kick for Diarra to take, as we still await the first goal. So first goal will be crucial. Of course, if Tunisia were to get it, it would be a very, very big mountain to climb if Mali were going to come from a goal down, with themselves being a man down as well. But if Mali could get the first goal, obviously you would imagine they would then very much be sitting in and protecting that lead, but it would make it very difficult then for Tunisia to try and find their own breakthrough and level things up. So both head coaches, Tom Sanfier and Sami Trabelsi, both know how crucial that first goal will be as Tunisia try again to try and make that breakthrough. Now with Mejbri, he's certainly been at the heart of pretty much every Tunisian move. Now with Naraya, just from the halfway line. Garbi, now to Sassi. Garbi, then Valerie. Early delivery, just takes a deflection, and it will be a corner kick here for Tunisia. Looks as if it came off Dante last, just in front of one of his own teammates there. So more pressure here from Tunisia. And there's going to be a corner kick to be taken from the right-hand side. No one around him, so it's not going to be taken short. So it's going to be Mejbri to take. So if it's going to be an out-swinger, comes in now. It is an out-swinger, but it's a defensive header from Diaby. It was out of play, so it's going to be another corner kick for Tunisia. This time from Tunisia's left-hand side. We now move into the 54th minute of the game. Just a reminder, of course, we're into the knockout stages now. So if it is a draw after 90 minutes, we would go to extra time, and if needed, penalty shootout to determine who will reach the quarterfinals. Looks if Hannibal Mejbri wanted to take the corner kick early, but the referee did not allow him to do so. Wanted to check on something there to Mejbri's annoyance, but now he's been given the go-ahead. Going to be an in-swinger then, taken right-footed in at the near post. And it's going to be another corner kick to Tunisia. So it'll be taken by Mejbri once more. Will he aim for the near post again, or will there be a slight change in tactic? Still no one around him, so it won't be taken short. Well, now a player actually makes themselves free at the near post, so it's delivered low down. So it is taken short. Now it's back to the Tunisian defence, but every single one of their outfield players well inside Mali's own half here. Mejbri again is just at the heart of everything at the moment, the Burnley man. Abdi, decent cross, covered well by the Mali defence. Oh, and that's an unorthodox clearance, to say the least, there from Diaby. Very acrobatic, but ball ends up going behind him. Completely gets that all wrong. And the clearance is sliced, and it's now going to be another corner kick for Tunisia. So this is now their 4th in succession. This time it's back on Tunisia's right-hand side, as it looks like Mali are getting ready to bring on a substitute pretty soon here. Possibly when the ball next goes out of play. Looks as if the number 7 was warming up, Dorgeles Nene. So corner kick is taken. Looks as if it's going to have to be retaken, because we've got a Mali player that's gone down. It's Lassana Koulibaly. Let's have a look exactly how it happened. There's something or nothing there, not much contact, and goes down, but it happened before the ball was taken, so the corner will be retaken here from this right-hand side. In swinger, and it's aimed actually at goal, and it's palmed away there by the goalkeeper, Diarra. He needed to be alert to it. It's such a swing to it there, and Diarra almost was caught unawares, and he had to tip the ball over the bar. There's going to be another corner kick for Tunisia. It is very windy as well, so I think that also played a part. So it's not raining for once. There's been plenty of games in this AFCON where it's been played under very rainy conditions. This time it's just pretty windy, and not the best of corners. Played away comfortably by the Mali defence, but Tunisia will win back possession. And possession stats for the second half must be massively in favour of Tunisia. Mali have barely seen the ball in the second half, but as I say that, Tunisia's 10, Hannibal Mejbri, had a really good opportunity to venture down the left-hand side, but completely misses the opportunity to trap the ball. The ball goes behind him and goes out of play, and now it just gives Mali the opportunity to make their first substitution of the game. It might actually be a double substitution, possibly. I think it'll just be one for now. And Nene is going to come on for Doumbia. Doumbia, one of the players that are on a yellow card. So I think just a cautious approach there from Tom Sanfier. Of course, he doesn't want to run the risk of Mali going down to 9 men. So sensible substitution, I think, there, as play now resumes. Tunisia on this left-hand side. Abdi, that's a very poor delivery, and that will go behind the goal, and it'll just be a harmless goal kick for Djigui Diarra to take. So just confirmation of that latest change. Mali's first of the game. Doumbia is being replaced by Nene. Doumbia received the very first yellow card of the game for only 4 minutes, which certainly set the tone for that first half, which saw 4 yellow cards and then 1 straight red card as well, which is how Mali came to be down to 10 men very early on. That happened in the 26th minute. Tunisia just play the ball back to Darman. He certainly hasn't had much to do here. We'll just try and get some bit more stats up for you as and when we can. We'll come back to that in just a while, as Mali finally go on their own little attack here. As it just runs up to Sidiyoko, but he desperately needs support, and he just hasn't got enough space to get the support that he needs. And now Tunisia can break quickly here, because that's the first real time that Mali actually committed some players forward since the end of the interval. So can Tunisia take advantage? It's all Tunisia at the moment. Sassi just breaks into the area. Could be a penalty. Nothing given by the referee. Now Abdi just on the left-hand side inside the 18-yard box. Tries to play an early delivery. It's charged down, and it will be a corner kick for Tunisia. But plenty of Tunisian players around the referee saying they think it should be a penalty. Let's have a look here. So it was Mejbri. Does he get tripped up there as he just enters the 18-yard box? I'm sure VAR officials will look into it. It was a challenge that came in from Dieng. And plenty of discussions there. I'm sure the referee will be alerted by the VAR officials. And I think the referee is indicating that VAR have checked it. And they've already said it's definitely no penalty. So the initial call is right. It's getting a little bit heated now between Mali and Tunisia. And the referee might just have to calm things down. And the referee has now shown a yellow card to Hannibal Mejbri. I think that's for dissent. So Mejbri is now going to be careful here. He's the latest player in this match to receive a booking. He's not happy with it, but he needs to just get on with it, because otherwise he's going to receive another yellow. So it is going to be a corner for Tunisia on this left-hand side. Garbi to take. Right-footed, aimed at the far post. It's clawed away by Diarra. Now Mali will look to break here down this left-hand side. A little burst of pace there from the substitute Nene. Nene goes down in a bit of a heap. Foul committed there by Abdi. So it's going to be a free kick now for Mali. So we just moved past the hour mark and we are still waiting for the first goal of the match here. Obviously Tunisia have a massive advantage. It's 11 against the 11 men of Tunisia against the 10 men of Mali, but still just cannot break down this Mali resistance at the moment here. So it's going to be a free kick for Mali just over the halfway line on the left wing inside Tunisia's half. So it's a rare venture into the Tunisia half after the interval, as Tom Sanfier looks on. Well, this is going to be Mali's best chances, really, in order to break the deadlock themselves. It's going to have to be through set pieces, but that is, well, an awful free kick, and I'm putting that as politely as possible. It just goes straight into the gloves there of Darman, and Mali are not going to break the deadlock if the delivery of those set pieces are going to be end up continuing to be played like that, because it's a really poor free kick delivery straight into the gloves of Darman, and that's not troubling Tunisia whatsoever. So Tunisia back on the attack themselves. They've just won a throw-in just midway down the left-hand side. Ball came off Sangare last. It's going to be Abdi to take. Just weighing up his options here. He's got Sassi close to him. In the end goes back to Miraya. It's best of passes there. Couldn't find Tolby. Cheap throw-in to give away. Mali will just take their time. Plenty of support here for Tunisia. But the North African side still have not been able to make the breakthrough, despite having a one-man advantage for quite a while now. And now it's Nene who actually goes for goal here for Mali. It goes a long way over the bar, but it's just something, a little bit of hope for Mali to cling on to, and you can tell from Nene's reaction there. He's trying to just G up the Mali supporters. There's a nice pass that was played in from Sidiyoko, and it just gave Nene a little bit of space to go for the shot. Wasn't all that far away. He took it very early on, but just trying to get some support going here for his Mali side. It's a poor pass from Sassi, the Tunisia skipper. Just allows Mali to go on the counter themselves. Just having a little bit of possession now. It's certainly been rare for them in this second half. Just a little bit of space for them to work into. Sangare, he's got plenty of Tunisian players around him, but he's been able to keep the ball. That's better. Now they've just played the ball up towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Then an audacious backheel pass there, but just ends up going into the gloves of Darman. Now Tunisia can go on the counter-attack themselves, and of course just gives them a good opportunity, because it's not been many times in the second half where Mali have committed too many players forward. But Mali have restored possession. They've managed to win a free kick as Lassana Koulibaly goes down. Was fouled there by Achaouri, who came on just after the interval for Tunisia. And just within the last few minutes, just a little bit more hope here for Mali. Obviously Tunisia is still the favourites, but they're still plugging away, they're still battling away. Well, it's just a reminder that Mali in a unique position where they've not lost a game in this tournament yet, but they've also not won a game in this tournament yet. They drew all 3 of their group games to qualify in second position. Bissouma then, with a free kick, curled into the 18-yard box, headed away by the Eagles of Carthage defence. It's going to be a throw-in for Mali to take, about 25 yards away from the corner quadrant on their right-hand side. Came off Garbi last. As we now move into the 66th minute here, and Tunisia just being frustrated by this very firm Mali resistance. Cannot fault their work rate. Doing everything they can to remain in this tournament. The odds are stacked against them now. The ball is just fed all the way back to Diarra in Mali's goal, and he'll just take his time as we now move towards the midway point of this second half. So this is just a reminder, this is the second knockout game, the second round of 16 game that we've had in this AFCON tournament. Earlier on today, Senegal beat Sudan 3-1 as expected. Sudan outsiders, did really well to qualify past the group stage. Senegal, that many people would say the second favourites to win the tournament, just behind Morocco. And Senegal did go 1-0 down very early on in that game. Sudan took the lead after only 6 minutes played, but Senegal came back pretty comfortably in the end to win 3-1. They are through to quarter-finals. Just a slight break in play here. Just ascertaining what the referee has decided here. So it's just a collision between a couple of players. It is going to be a free kick for Mali, just inside Tunisia's own half. Comes to nothing though, the free kick. And Tunisia... excuse me there, just a slight sneeze. Sorry, you'll have to bear with that. Just shows this is most definitely a live broadcast here. Apologies there. But Abdi just going down there for Tunisia. And it's going to be a free kick for the North African side. And it comes to nothing again now, as they try to spread the ball from the left-hand side to the right. Comes to nothing. And the game just sort of a bit of a lull just in this match here. You can tell Tunisia just getting frustrated. Mali absolutely won't go down without a fight. They're clinging on. And they are just making life difficult for Tunisia. Again, as we've mentioned a few times before, this first goal absolutely crucial, and it becomes more and more important, of course, as the longer this second half progresses. So now Tunisia just playing the ball back to their centre halves. It's now with Miraya, just receives the ball from Talbi, and the ball will be collected by Nejbri. I think they've been at the heart of pretty much everything Tunisia have thrown so far at Mali. We just said as well, didn't we, that we'd try and run through some stats with you. I mean, I know not everyone likes the XG stats. Some love it, some hate it, but just for those who do like it, I mean, it does give you an indicator about how there hasn't really been much in the way of clear-cut chances. So Mali's XG, so expected goals, has only been 0.13. They've still not actually had a shot on target, but officially Tunisia haven't had a shot on target either. They've had 5 shots in total, but none on target. So we're now 70 minutes into this game. We've not actually had a shot on target from either side in this match, and Tunisia have only produced an XG of just 0.22 despite having 71% possession of the ball. Kind of tells you its own story, that. In terms of corner kicks, Tunisia have had 9, Somali's 4, but Tunisia just haven't been able to make the most of those set pieces. So we've just got a player that's just gone down though, and Mali have won a free kick in a very interesting position here. Thought a yellow card was just about to come out again from the referee, but nothing this time. And Mali have just got a chance here. Even if not for the first goal, at least just for a shot on target, which we're still waiting for from both sides. So it's going to be Dante to take, about 25 yards away, maybe slightly less, on the right of centre. Dante will take it left-footed. Oh dear. I think the less said of that effort, the better. Sailed a long way over the bar. Just kind of sums this game up, really, so far. Just when a team has a chance, no real quality in the final third. Goes for both sides here. But that was a big opportunity for Mali, of course, being a man down. They need to make the most of their set pieces. They've got to at least force the goalkeeper into some action there, even if they're not going to score. They've got to work the goalkeeper. They've got to threaten the Tunisian defence, make them think that, you know, they are on the verge of, going through the exit door here. So, still waiting for some quality then in the final third, as Sidiyoko almost runs into the referee there for Mali. Now the referee will award Mali a free kick just inside their own half, only about 10 yards behind the halfway line. Sassy just with leaving the leg out, just on Dieng. And the player goes down. I think we're about to see a double change very soon, I think, here for Tunisia. Just come to that in a moment. Long ball, and then from Mali with that free kick. Played away comfortably by Tunisia. Just the longer this goes on, though, the more frustrating this becomes for the Eagles of Carthage, because it must be frustrating that even though they've been a man up for a long time now, it's just the fact that not only have they not scored, they've not really been able to have even a shot on target will worry them. They've just got a low delivery in here from the left wing, and it's a clearance from Diaby. Arguably Mali's man of the match so far in this game. He's been very, very useful at the back. He's cleared away everything that's come his way. I don't think it would have mattered anyway had Tunisia got something from that move, because there was an offside in the build-up. But there has been a double change then for Tunisia. So Garbi and Stowry have gone off, and Saad and Shawat have come on for them. So, Tunisia have one more change that they can make, but if we do go into extra time, they will be then allotted one further substitution that they can make. But Mali, even though they're down to 10 men, have still only actually made one more change. One change overall. That was Nene coming on for Dumbia just before the hour mark. So 74 minutes gone. Tunisia attacking now down the right hand side, so down the left hand side of Mali's defence. Mali are able to win back possession here in the middle of play through Sidiyoko. Plays the ball up to Sangare. Back to Sidiyoko. And fascinating position there. So Sidiyoko looked around for support. And he had about 6 Tunisian players around him there. But he's done really well to actually win a free kick for his side. There was much in it. He felt a hand on the back and he went down. But he's won his side a free kick, and he's done well because there was just no support for him whatsoever. But Tunisia just running a bit of a dangerous game here, of course, because if Mali can just strike through a very quick counter-attack or through a set piece, through a free kick, through a corner, or even if they manage to grab a goal through a bit of a defensive clanger or a goalkeeping clanger, then Tunisia would not have many minutes left to save their tournament. So, 75 minutes played. Of course, just a reminder, if it is level after 90 minutes, we would go to extra time, and if needed, penalty shootout. Tunisia attacking down this right-hand side through Valerie. Decent delivery, but it's headed away by Camara. Now Nene, very quick player. That's the substitute, the only substitute that's come on so far for Mali. Just surging down that left-hand side. Ball goes out of play, but it will be a throw-in for Mali. So we now move into the 76th minute of the game, and we're still awaiting our first goal of the match. We're still awaiting, remarkably, our first shot on target in the match. So overall, it has to be said, it is some effort from Mali. It's not been maybe a classic game by any stretch of the imagination, but the fact that they've been down to 10 men for a long time, and Tunisia still haven't actually had a shot on target, is pretty remarkable. And just as Sidiyoko thinks he's about to have a sight on goal, players called back for an offside. So still the big talking point from this match then came quite a while ago now, back in the 26th minute, when Woyo Koulibaly was shown a straight red shortly before the half-hour mark. So obviously that has affected, how Mali have had to approach this game, but you'd have to say Tunisia must be pretty disappointed at the moment that they've just not even been able to field a shot on target against a side with less players. And extra time just beginning to loom on the horizon. Long ball aimed in at the Tunisian number 2, Ali Abdi. Just breaks inside but loses the ball straight away. And possession will go back to Mali. And there will just be a slight break in play here. Doesn't look as if there's going to be any substitutes. Just while we have this slight break. Not sure if the referee was just receiving some information from his VAR officials, but no extra decisions have come in here. A very, very ambitious effort there from the Tunisia 10, Hannibal Mejbri. We're talking about 40-yard effort there, and that's gone a long way wide of the target. As the Eagles, Mali's nickname, still cling on. Captained by Tottenham Hotspur player Yves Bissouma. And now the game restarts again here. Just get a sense of a bit of nervousness in this match. Obviously now we're getting towards the latter stages here of the 90 minutes, and with it still being 0-0, just a bit of tension, a bit of nerves in this game. Now the referee has awarded a free kick in a decent area here for Tunisia on the left of centre, about 30 yards away from goal, probably a little bit more. It is an opportunity for the Eagles of Carthage just to play the ball inside the 18-yard box. It was Mejbri that went down there. And so it is actually probably maybe even just under 30 yards away, but it is at an angle, so I very much doubt Mejbri is actually going to go for goal here. But a big opportunity just for Tunisia to whip the ball, maybe even towards the edge of the 6-yard area here. So good opportunity. They've actually gone for goal, and it's saved at the near post there. And that's finally our first shot on target, because I think that was creeping in at the near post. So Mejbri looking to catch everyone unawares there. He actually goes for goal from a very acute angle, and yeah, that is on target. And in the end, only just sort of tipped around the post there by Jiggy Diarra, who's obviously very much not expecting a shot. and just had to make the save anyhow he could there, and just does what he can. Because at first, in a split second, I actually thought for one moment he'd parried the ball past his own goal line, but he just managed to tip the ball around the post. So, with 80 minutes now on the clock, it's still goalless, but at least we've now finally had our first shot on target in the game, and it came from a free kick from Hannibal Mejbri. He now takes the corner then, goes short, back to Mejbri, aimed in at the far post, it's clawed away by Diarra. Back to Tunisia's possession. That's a terrible delivery. That is straight down the throat of Diarra, who does that thing that every goalkeeper now almost seems obliged to do, which is just fall down to the ground, even when there's no one around him, just to eat up a few seconds. So, 10 minutes to go then of normal time. Still, Mali 0, Tunisia 0. You can really feel the tension here. There's nerves. Obviously, Tunisia have had the lion's share of possession, but just not really been able to do anything significant with it, and they've been frustrated by Mali, who are unbeaten. Tunisia have been beaten before in this competition. They lost 3-2 to Nigeria and were 3-0 down in that game in the group stage. Mali haven't actually lost yet in this AFCON tournament, but they've also not won a game yet. Mejbri just plays the ball into the centre of Tunisia's midfield. It's just kept in play by Abdi. Back to Mejbri. Decent ball in there. But headed away by the Mali defence. Comes out to Sassi. Back to Mejbri. Now Tunisia just building down this left-hand side here through Sad, one of the substitutes who came on about 5-6 minutes ago. And that's at least another shot on target, but it's a bit tame and it's comfortable for Diarra to deal with, but just shows that perhaps Mali's defence is just beginning to tire, maybe just a little bit. So that's another shot on target, second in quick succession, but just no real conviction behind that strike there from Elias Sad, who plays his club football for Augsburg in Germany. Mali try and keep the ball in the centre of midfield. They've not been able to sustain it, but the referee has awarded the Eagles a free kick, much to Tunisia's annoyance. They don't like the decision. So we now move into the 83rd minute, and Abdi just giving away the foul there. So we're still waiting for the breakthrough to be made here. Just within the last few minutes, Tunisia have managed to have at least a couple of shots on target. They've had 10 corners now in the match, but the set pieces haven't been of great quality. It's not really troubled Mali defence or goalkeeper all that much. Ball goes out of play midway down the left-hand side, inside Tunisia's own half from Mali's perspective, so it'll be a throw-in now for the Eagles to take. It's about 15 yards over the halfway line, but could you imagine now if Mali could get a goal here, the celebrations would be off the scale if Mali could find a breakthrough at this stage, because it would mean Tunisia would just have about 6 minutes plus stoppage time to save their tournament. Throw in comes to nothing. In the end, it's actually a Tunisia throw just behind the halfway line, inside their own half. Mejbri trying to go past the Mali number 3, Amadou Dante. Thinks he's won his side a corner, but is not. It's going to be a goal kick for Djigui Diarra to take. And you can really feel this sense of frustration here for Tunisia. Just a reminder of Tunisia's pedigree. They've won the AFCON just the once before. 22 years ago, back in 2004. Now, they're making a change. It's an interesting one. Mejbri has been substituted. He's been pretty much at the heart of everything. That's, I'd say, a bold change there from Sami Trabelsi. I'd have kept him on personally, but I'm just a commentator, not a head coach. But a little bit surprised he's come off there. And so Ben Raban has replaced him. So, interesting change. We'll see what impact that has on this game. So, sorry, my apologies. Ben Ramdan has come on for Mejbri in the 85th minute. And that is Tunisia's 5th change of the game. But of course, if we do have extra time, it's now beginning to look increasingly likely that they will be allotted one more substitution, so they can make a 6th change if we do enter a period of extra time. And remarkably, Mali have still only made one change, so they can potentially, if it remains like that, they can actually make 5 substitutions when it comes to the extra time period. So, interesting approach there from Tom Sanfier, maybe just trying to inject as much energy as possible into his side, just specifically when it comes to extra time. Of course, if Mali can make it to that stage. So still goalless since the 87th minute now. Tunisia playing the ball out from the back. Sad loses the ball, and it's a loose ball that almost runs into the path there of Sinayoko. Wants to try and get a shot away from 20 yards out. Unable to do so. Just runs out of space. Now Tunisia can just break here through Achauri. Now to the left of centre. Game just getting a little bit more stretch. Sad, that's a nice through ball. Tries to play an Abdi, but runs out of space. The ball runs out of play. And it'll be a goal kick for Diarra to take, and Diarra will be happy with that. As we just wait for the goal kick to be taken then. So it is looking increasingly likely here that they have to go into extra time. This would be the first game of this tournament that would go past the 90 minutes. So we now move into the 88th minute of the game. So it's not been a classic. There's not been many clear-cut chances, but it has been an intriguing watch. And genuinely, even though Mali have been down to 10 men for so long, it is genuinely hard to pick a winner at this stage. It's really on a knife edge because Tunisia have found it so hard to break down Mali's resistance. It's been really organised by head coach Tom Sanfier. So Tunisia still have the edge, but they just don't have the edge in the scoreline department as it stands. Every Tunisian outfield player now committed very high up inside Mali's box here. Sassi, long searching ball, tries to find Abdi. Just heads the ball behind him. Tunisia have just been able to keep the ball. Now with Sad, chips the ball into the area. They've got a chance here, and it's gone in. It's gone in. Tunisia have scored. I could have sworn that was offside, but it's not being given. And Tunisia have taken the lead here as we just approach the 89th minute of the game. Absolutely remarkable, and it's Chawat that has scored in the 89th minute here. I could have sworn he was offside in the build-up, but nothing was given from the assistant referee. There must have been a Mali defender just still playing him on there. Let's have a look at the first replay, but Tunisia have found the breakthrough at last. Oh, it's by a mile onside. It's absolutely fine. There's no way at all that this goal will be ruled out. It's definitely onside. Just completely static Mali defending. The goalkeeper just doesn't react. They all just stand still. They stand still and they watch Chawat with absolutely no one around him just head the ball so easily into the bottom corner, and that must be so painful for the Mali head coach to watch. They've defended so well for so long, and yet Chawat, with absolutely no one around him, And that's what made me feel like at first, well, he's got to be offside, because there was just no one around him. The goalkeeper doesn't even react. He doesn't try to go for the ball. And Shawat, the substitute, heads the ball in, and Tunisia have the lead. It's Mali 0, Tunisia 1. Shawat with a goal as we just entered into the 89th minute. And maybe we're not going to go into extra time after all, as the referee indicates that the game can now continue. So I'm sure VAR officials did check, but there was nothing wrong with the goal. When you look at the first replay, there was in fact 2 Tunisia players playing Shawat on. So there was no question it was not offside at all. But completely static defending has let Mali down right at the very end here, as Shawat, from a sad delivery, has given Tunisia the lead and has surely sent the Eagles of Carthage through to the quarter-finals here. They've just got 4 minutes of stoppage time to defend a 1-0 lead with a one-man advantage as well. Surely it's curtains for Mali, unless they can find something absolutely incredible or inspired within the last few minutes of stoppage time. Their tournament's going to be over here. They're going to try, they're going to give it everything they've got. Mali now just going over the halfway line. Player goes down. It is a trip. I think we might be seeing a yellow card again here. We've not seen it for a while, but it's back out again. This is now just 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. I think Camara, who I think might well now be being pushed up top here, the centre half. I think just quickly checking with the referee, he definitely needs to, add that time on. It's a booking for Miraya, who just tripped up Sangare there. So that's the latest yellow card. So just confirmation, still Mali 0, Tunisia 1, after that late goal from Shawat has given the Eagles of Carthage a very late lead. We've just seen a Mali substitution, by the way. Toure has come on for Sangare in the 2nd minute of stoppage time. So a very late change there. It's only Mali's 2nd substitution of the game. Just over 2 minutes to go. Free kick comes in just towards the 18-yard area. It's a chance for Mali, and it's wide. That was a chance. It took a deflection though. So the efforts in the end actually came from Abdoulaye Diaby. He's taken a deflection. The Tunisian players are now all circling the referee, I think adamant that it didn't come off a Tunisian player last, but it is going to be a corner kick here for Mali. And I think, just hang on just a second here, has a penalty kick been awarded? Goodness me, I think it may even be a penalty kick that has been given to Mali. Let's have a look here. Did it come off the hands of the Tunisian number 4, Miraya? I think it did. And then Diaby went for a shot. The referee, I think, has given a spot kick. He has. It's a spot kick to Mali in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Goodness me, Mali have a penalty kick as we now approach the final minute of stoppage time here. Is getting very, very heated between the Mali and Tunisia players. The referee is clearly receiving instructions from his VAR officials and is trying to just bat away every player. He's got a queue of players from both teams trying to speak to him. The referee is just telling them all to, well, get lost, put it politely, because he's trying to listen to what the VAR officials are saying. But he's given a penalty to Mali with just about 90 seconds to go of stoppage time, because when the free kick came in, the ball ended up coming off the arm of Miraya. Now the question is, does VAR think there's a case that Miraya had his arm in a natural position and there was nothing he could do? But I don't think that will be reversed, personally. Of course, running the risk of the commentator's curse there. So the referee is still just explaining to both captains now. So Sassi for Tunisia and to Bissouma of Mali is just explaining, I'm still receiving instructions as to what the next step is going to be from his VAR officials. So let's just run through the facts that we know then. So the referee's decision is a spot kick to Mali, but Mali still haven't been able to take the penalty yet because the referee is still waiting on the next instructions from his VAR team. These are remarkable scenes. We've got Tunisia's right back here, Yann Valery, literally in prayer. Is in prayer here, hoping that a decision is going to go his way. Now the referee is pressing his index finger on his right hand to his ear. Is listening as closely as he can. The final decision is a penalty. The final decision is a penalty to Mali. Much to Tunisia's anguish, but much to the joy of the Mali supporters. So Tunisia are 1-0 up, but we are now in the 6th minute of stoppage time, and Mali have a penalty kick to keep them in the competition. What drama we've got here. This is quite incredible. So Mali have got a penalty kick. It's going to be Sidiyoko to take. So it's Sidiyoko against Darman. Mali haven't had a shot on target in this game. The penalty comes in. It's scored! It's scored! It's Mali 1, Tunisia 1. Mali have equalised with their first shot on target in the 7th minute of stoppage time. There was initially only 4 minutes of stoppage time given, but we've had such a delay with the penalty decision and with VAR getting involved. Goodness me, Mali have scored. They have equalised deep into stoppage time. And the goalkeeper was so close to saving it as well. So much pressure on Sidiyoko, but he buries the ball into the bottom corner. But the keeper does actually get a touch. In fact, if I'm being really harsh, I think the keeper should actually do a little bit better, but they've just got to get on with it here. So Mali, astonishingly, through Sidiyoko, have scored. They've equalised deep into stoppage time. The game still hasn't resumed yet, but surely that's going to be the last touch of the 90 minutes. We've got some Mali supporters are in tears here. Mali stay in the tournament. It might only be for another half an hour, but they are still in this tournament, and if they can just survive a few more seconds. In fact, there it is, the full-time whistle goes. My goodness me. So we're going to have another half an hour at least to go in this game. Extraordinary. So Mali, with 10 men, have equalised in the 7th minute of stoppage time through Lassid Sidiyoko. The goalkeeper, Darman, went the right way, but he couldn't stop the ball from going in. So it's finished. Mali 1, Tunisia 1. And this will now be the first AFCON game in this tournament to go to extra time. So just confirmation that there's no golden goal rule or silver goal rule or anything like that. So just the traditional rules for extra time. So we're going to have 30 more minutes. And if we still cannot be separated, then we would then go to a penalty shootout. So we'll keep this coverage going then. Absolutely remarkable this. So I must say, when Tunisia took the lead through Chawat in the 89th minute, I didn't think there was any way at all Mali could get a way back in. They've played with 10 men for so long, they'd not had a single shot on target, and yet they managed to win a penalty kick right at the end after there was a handball from Miraya, substitute who came on so early on in the game to replace the injured Dylan Bron. And so the resulting spot kick was converted and it's ended 1-1. And remarkably, Mali in this competition are still unbeaten, at least when it comes to within 90 minutes anyway. So they've still not won inside 90 minutes. They've still not lost either. So we have just got a little bit of a break here, but we will keep the coverage going without a break, as we now just await for the referee to signal that extra time can begin. So if you have just tuned in, you've missed a remarkable end. Well, not to the whole tie, that's still to be decided, but a remarkable end to the 90 minutes. So let's just run through the flashpoints here. So, well, way back now, feels like this was a very long time ago. So in the 26th minute, Woyo Koulibaly for Mali was sent off for a straight red card for a studs-up challenge. And then, with extra time looming, Chawat finally gave Tunisia the lead after some pretty terrible Mali defending, which looked to have ended their tournament. But remarkably, deep into stoppage time, Lassine Sinayoko has equalised for the Eagles. So it's ended 1-1. And we are now going to go into extra time here. So many questions. Will Mali somehow grab a winner? Can Tunisia grab a winner? Will my voice manage to last another 30 minutes? A lot of questions, and I do not know the answer for any of them. So it remains to be seen here. So we've got another 30 minutes to go. We'll just keep this coverage on the continuous here, because extra time should be beginning pretty shortly. So we've just the Mali pep talk there from the head coach Tom Sanfier has now just come to an end, which has included everyone from the squad. So we're just awaiting now for extra time to start here. So earlier on today, just a reminder that Senegal beat Sudan 3-1. So they have advanced through to the quarterfinals, despite an early scare at the start. Managed to get the job done fairly comfortably in the end. But, well, whoever wins this tie, it certainly won't have been done in a comfortable fashion. It's been hard fought. It's been dramatic. Certainly not been a game littered with clear-cut chances, but it has certainly been dramatic. And we are now into extra time. So we're just waiting for the whistle to go from the referee, who's certainly been very busy in this match, Abongil Tom. Apologies if I've not got his pronunciation right there. But Abongil Tom, we're just waiting for the whistle to go, and extra time will begin. So it's going to be Tunisia and are just waiting for the whistle to go so they can get this period of extra time underway. So we've got at least another 30 minutes to go then, plus the possibility of a penalty shootout for the right to decide who will go into the quarterfinals. So we've got a further delay because after the coin toss, we're now going to see the two sides just change positions on the pitch, all adding to the tension here and nerves. So I mean, you've still got to make Tunisia the favourites just because of the one-man advantage, but Mali have fought so hard, and it has been a remarkable escape. It really looked like, you know, their tournament was done, but they've somehow managed to stay in contention. We had some remarkable scenes. We had one Tunisian player, it was Jan Valery, who plays his club football for Sheffield Wednesday in second tier of the English pyramid. You know, they're literally in prayer as he waited for the final decision to be made, as the referee was waiting on his instructions from the VAR officials. So it is now actually going to be Mali that will get us underway for extra time, just waiting for the referee's whistle. It's been a long time. I've can't really remember such a long break before between the end of full time of the 90 minutes and the start of an extra time period. It's been a while. It's been about 10 minutes, I think, but we are now finally underway for extra time. And how much more drama are we going to see here? It's not been the game of the tournament, maybe, in terms of the whole 90 minutes, and now, well, 120, but it's certainly been one of the most dramatic conclusions as Mali look to counter here very early down the middle. Now Tunisia will win the ball back here. So what else are we going to see in this game? As Tunisia build down this right hand side through Valerie. And now to Achauri. Just plays the ball into the middle for Skiri. And just a reminder, by the way, because so much was happening in the stoppage time of the 90 minutes, there was also another Mali substitution. So Dante has had a pretty good game, I thought, in that left-back role. Probably just more about fitness, maybe more than anything, but he's now been subbed right at the end, just before the penalty was actually taken, I think, and he's been replaced by Diakite. So Mali still actually have 3 more substitutions that they can make, whereas Tunisia just have the 1 more additional one that they can make now that we've entered extra time. So now Tunisia building down the right hand side, comes through to Valerie, plays the ball in, headed away by the Mali defence. Now they clear the ball away, but it just goes straight through to Tunisia's midfield, and you do get the feeling that you're going to see 30 minutes where the majority is going to be the Mali defence having to soak up a lot of pressure. And they did that so well, apart from just one moment where they just allowed Chawat inexplicably to just have a free header. And it was almost in slow motion, and the goalkeeper didn't even react as well. And that's what made you think, like, it must have been offside, but it was actually being played on by 2 players. Just complete miscommunication between Diarra, the Mali goalkeeper, and his central defence. But Mali have escaped, and they're still in this tournament. So the ball has now gone out. It's going to be a throw in to Tunisia on the right hand side of their defence, inside their own half, with Jan Valerie. Now Sassi. And the ball goes back to Sassi here, just in the centre of Tunisia's midfield. Ball lost again though by Mali. They've just got to, from Mali's perspective, they've just got to make sure they don't do anything daft here. They don't want to concede another goal like in the style that they did for Tunisia's opener, because it just undid all the hard work that they'd done before then. Just got to make sure that they don't do anything daft, in particular in their defence. Obviously they've got to make sure that they don't give away another red card as well, because of course they've been down to 10 men for so long as well. Mali have now won a free kick. Bissouma just going down there, and so it's a free kick for Mali, just about 10 yards behind the halfway line, inside their own half. They've gone long. Just trying to find Sinayoko up top, who got that stoppage time equaliser. Right, with virtually the last kick there before the final whistle was blown. And now Mali just on the right hand side of their midfield here, just with Lassana Koulibaly. But the delivery finds no one other than Jan Valerie for Tunisia. So we're already into the 5th minute then of this first half of extra time. Of course, traditionally, extra time seen as a very laboured phase of play where you don't really see much in the way of goalmouth action, but this strikes me as a game where extra time could actually be the most active part of the match here. It just has that feel about it, as the rain is now pouring down here in Morocco. It's been yet another game that has now been affected by really heavy rain. That's now absolutely hammering it down as we now move into extra time. So Tunisia just on their latest attack. But as you can imagine, Mali with, well, I was about to say 11 men then, 10 men behind the ball, and just trying to make life as difficult as possible, basically putting up a brick wall in front of every single Tunisia attack. And what Mali have got to hope for is just some opportunity on the counter-attack as quickly as they can, all through a set piece. So of course they managed to get the spot kick from a free kick. That was how it came about. Just a reminder as well of that other substitution in stoppage time, where Toure came on for Sangare for Mali. As Mali just go down the centre of play here. They've got a chance here from 20 yards out. It's blocked here. It was a shot that came in from Lassine Sinayoko. There was some appeals from Sinayoko for another handball, but no one else was appealing, so don't think there was anything in that. It's so dramatic now, this game. We've just seen scenes there of the Mali head coach Tom Sanfier, who's just is absolutely drenched now in the rain, just calling out the orders. That did actually look like the ball came off the arm there of the Tunisian player, but the argument is obviously that his arm was very much in a natural position. It was tucked in behind his back. There was nothing he could do, and that's why VAR has not looked into that any further. So Tunisia's defence, and just playing it back to Eamon Darman. Now with Tolby. Now with Valerie on the right hand side for Tunisia. Back to the halfway line. Just into the 7th minute of the first half of extra time. Now Tunisia, can they hook the ball back in? They've got a chance, but it's cleared away by the Mali defence. It's only as far as the Tunisian midfield. Now with Abdi. Just plays the ball back now to Ben Ramdani. Sassi to Valerie. Now with Achauri. Just got some space here with Skiri just on the edge of the D. Just one opportunity he could have had to go for goal. Oh, it's a deflection, but it's saved there from Diarra. So, as I was about to say, there was an opportunity to go for goal. Ended up missing the opportunity, but then he spread the ball just towards the left-hand side. It was a good pass from Skiri. Managed to find Ali Abdi, and his effort there actually came off another Tunisian player. He could have gone anywhere, but full stretch dive there from Diarra keeps the score at 1-1. But that was a real chance there for Tunisia. It is a shot on target, and you've seen some tired legs out there, and that's why I feel like this might not be the most traditional piece of extra time you'll see, where you see usually a very slow phase of play. I think you're going to see a very stretched game. I definitely think you're going to see a couple of golden opportunities, but it's a free kick now for Mali, about 10 yards over the halfway line, chipped straight down the middle, just towards the outskirts of the 18-yard box. Some appeals for a free kick from Mali, but nothing given from the referee. Ben Ramdani, who's also on a booking as well. That must have been for dissent when the penalty decision went against Tunisia. Going to be a throw now for the North African side, as we now move into the 9th minute of extra time. So just 6 minutes to go before we reach the interval of extra time. Sassi plays the ball. That's a poor pass there from Sassi. Tunisia have got to do better with things, with aspects of the game like that, where they've got space. You know, they've got a man up still, as in they've got a man extra here. You know, Mali are clearly tiring. Just can't be playing sloppy passes like that. They've just got to keep it sensible. And they've got to think, if they just keep patient, a clear-cut opportunity will come their way. And that's surely what every Tunisian fan will be thinking here from their perspective. But for Mali, they'll be very happy if Tunisia can keep playing passes like that. But still the pressure is applied onto the Mali defence. Searching delivery comes in. It's headed away by Camara. at the heart of that Mali defence. I think for me, I think I might even give him as my man of the match so far, unless something drastic changes in this extra time period. He's been absolutely solid as a rock in that Mali defence. We now move into the 100th minute. The rain is now pouring it down here. It's torrential rain, adding to the drama. Corner kick for Tunisia. Ali Abdi to take, and that corner kick was an absolute shambles. Absolutely dreadful. Goes straight out of play, and that must be so disappointing from Sami Trabelsi's perspective, the Tunisia head coach. It's like, you know, it's 1-1, it's extra time, nerves are high, tensions are high, but you've got a man extra. Just play it to your advantage, surely, and you've got to make the most of these set pieces. And it's just astonishing that they're wasting opportunities like that here. And you know, it could come back to haunt them, because this game could, there's a very real chance now that this goes to penalties. There's only 5 minutes to go here of the first half of extra time. We're just waiting for the throw-in to come in from Mali, just over the halfway line on their right-hand side here. And it's taken by Lassana Koulibaly, plays his club football in Lecce, in the Italian Serie A. Tunisia are able to restore possession. Now bring the ball up to the halfway line. 4 minutes to go of this first half of extra time. And now with Sad, who got the assist for Tunisia's opener, to Tolby, and then it's a long-range shot here from the first half substitutes. Miraya trying to make amends for the handball that gave away the penalty that led to Mali's equaliser. A shot from 35 yards out that kills off target pretty comfortably in the end. Just feel like that's a shot of frustration more than of hope, to be honest with you. 3 minutes to go of this first half of extra time. Goal kick comes in then from Diarra. Tunisia looking to break down the middle as quickly as they can. It's a heavy pass there from Sassi. Too heavy. And the Eagles of Carthage can't keep the ball in play. And again, it's just so many times here where you've got to, you know, use this extra man to their advantage. I just don't understand why they're playing so many sloppy passes. You know, this really could come back to haunt them here. They've had so much of the ball. We'll try and get the possession stats up for you as soon as we can. They've had so much possession, but they've not really made the most of it. When they finally got the lead, they let it slip right at the end. So, yeah, in terms of the latest possession stats, so right from the opening whistle, Tunisia have had 72% of the ball. Mali have had only 28 possession, but still have a chance of reaching the quarter-finals. Just a confirmation now that Dene has received a booking here for Mali. I think that's for time wasting before a throw is given. Trying the ball for too long there. The ball goes out of play again. It's going to be really scrappy here as the rain continues to hammer down. Well, it certainly took a while for this game to get going, but once it got going, it's been an incredibly tense spectacle here. I would not want to be a Mali or Tunisia supporter watching this, because my nerves would be frayed. So I really have no idea how this game is going to end up. Mali just lose possession in their midfield. Now Tunisia can break down this left-hand side. Now just over the halfway line, into Mali's own half. It's Ben Ramdani. Ball goes out of play, but it will be a Tunisia throw. The throw will be taken by Abdi. Less than a minute to go then, before we reach half-time in extra time. Still Mali 1, Tunisia 1. And now Mali clear the ball away anywhere they can. Loose ball. Comes back to Tunisia with Ben Ramdani on the left-hand side. He's got an opportunity to whip the ball in. It's charged down there by Toure, substitute for Mali, who came in, was introduced just before the penalty kick was taken there. It's El Bilal Toure, plays his club football for Besiktas in Turkey. Corner taken short by Tunisia. Ben Ramdani with the delivery. Glancing header, but it would just run into the path there of Diarra. And that should be half-time in extra time. I'm just going to have another look at a replay here of that delivery. Not a bad cross that came in. It was a glancing header from Tolby. Could quite easily have found the head of Chawat again. At this time, Diarra comes to Mali's rescue, and that is now half-time in extra time, as the rain is absolutely hammering it down now here. So we'll still keep this coverage going. Usually we take a break in between any half of football, but this should be a very short break, so we'll keep this coverage running then, as we just await for the start of the second half. Just a penny for the thoughts there of Miraya, the substitute for Tunisia. It was introduced much earlier than he would have anticipated, of course. As it was his handball that led to the spot kick for Mali deep into stoppage time and allowed them to stay in this competition. Converted spot kick from Lassine Sinioko. Plays for Auxerre in France's Ligue 1. Of course, he could well have another penalty to take in just over 15 minutes time. So, pep talks are done, the team talks are done, and we're about to get this second half of extra time underway. As we just wait for the go-ahead from the referee here. There's plenty of players that have been shown a yellow in this game, although actually the majority of them have now been subbed off. Just checking through my notes here, and as far as I'm concerned, I mean, Mali still have three more substitutions that they could use here to inject maybe some energy right at the end of this phase of extra time. Tunisia still have one more substitution that they can make, so the second half of extra time is now underway. Tunisia shooting from left to right, Mali shooting from right to left as I see it. Tunisia all in white, Mali with the dark green shirts with the yellow trim and yellow shorts. Tunisia straight onto the attack. Opportunity from 25 yards out. It's parried away. Can they score? They have! The ball is in the back of the net. But the assistant referee, I think he's put the flag up here. And the flag is up. It's ruled out. So Tunisia thought they'd scored a second. Only 30 seconds into the second half of extra time. It was that man again, Chawat. Now let's... Oh, he might be on, you know. Oh, that's fascinating. That'll be interesting. So, there was no one around him. He poked the ball into the back of the net. I'm sure VAR will just check this as to whether that was the right call from the assistant referee. So, we've now got a few players circling the man in the middle again. So, the referee, again, is just making it clear that he can't give any further information here until he's heard more from his VAR officials. Chawat getting in the referee's ear. I don't know why players do that. I mean, there's nothing more that the referee can do in this position until he hears, you know, what VAR's take is on the situation. So, drama, very early drama in the very early stages of this second half of extra time. So, it was a very quick decision made by the assistant referee. The flag was put up pretty much straight away, but was Chawat actually offside in the build-up before he poked the ball home from close range? So we're still waiting, so I'm sure the VAR line's being drawn up here. And this is... this must be such a long wait for both sides. Tunisia just praying that VAR will come to their rescue here and allow them this goal. And of course, Mali fans praying for the opposite. To the referee, just getting into some space here. Looks as if he's about to come to a final decision. And it is offside. It is offside. So the goal definitely will be ruled out. Shawat just finding himself offside as the ball was played across the face of goal. So it's definitely been ruled out. It is still 1-1. And we've got about 13 minutes to go. Well, plus maybe 1 or 2 extra added on minutes after that VAR call. But Tunisia, long ball pumped down the top. That might be the way to go, to be honest, for Tunisia. They may just need to go very direct here. They have played the ball around nicely, but largely it's not caused Mali too many problems. And desperate times call for desperate measures. Oh, that's clearly a foul. Has to be a foul there. And another yellow card comes out. So Mali have now won a free kick just into the centre circle inside Tunisia's own half. Didn't even see who was actually shown the yellow card there. Is Miraya. That's actually been shown the yellow then for his foul on Toure. Just the pulling of the shirt. It's cynical. It's obviously stopping Mali from having any chance of a counter-attack. So we're just coming into the 110th minute as the rain is pouring it down here in Morocco. So just confirmation, Miraya has now received the yellow card, and there's been plenty of that in this game. Now we're about to see a Mali substitution. And it might... they're going to bring on 2 subs? I think it's just 1 at the moment. So Dieng is going off. And he's going to be replaced by the number 24, Ibrahima Sissoko. Plays his club football for Bochum in Germany. So Dieng is off and Ibrahima Sissoko comes on for him. So he's got 10 minutes of extra time to go, and then, well, maybe that substitution has been influenced by the fact may well take a spot kick for his side. We're just 10 minutes away from a shootout here. We're seeing if Tunisia are going to make their final substitution. It looks as if possibly Jan Valery is going to come off for Tunisia, I think, or I think he is going to stay on. Not sure what the hold-up at the moment is then, if he's not coming off. So, we're still waiting for this game to continue. And so, yes, there is now a substitution. So it is Valery. So that is the reason for the stoppage. So Valery has now been substituted, and Ben Ali comes on for him. And that is Tunisia's 6th and final change. And Mali can still make 2 more substitutions here with 10 minutes of extra time to go. Are we going to see any more drama before... well, in this extra time period, or are we going to go to the ultimate drama of a penalty shootout? Morocco, my apologies, they're the host nation where we're playing this game, of course. Tunisia, playing the ball over the halfway line. Now to the left-hand side of the defence. Ball goes out of play, so it's going to be a throw-in for Tunisia midway down the left-hand side. There's absolute scenes here as Tom Sanfier, the Mali head coach. I don't think I've ever seen a more drenched person in my life. He is absolutely sodden by the rainfall here as he's barking the instructions out from the dugout. Tunisia inching further and further closer then. Now about 30 yards away from the goal line, just playing the ball in towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Now towards the left-hand side, player goes down. It's Sad who's gone down. And it's a free kick for Tunisia. In a good position here. So it's too direct an angle to be hit straight at goal. But it is a big opportunity for Tunisia to play the ball into the 18-yard box. The foul was committed by Lassana Coulibaly. And it's, a free kick in a very welcome position here for Tunisia. Can Mali's defence stay strong? Lassana Coulibaly actually making a hand gesture as if to say a substitution. So I think is indicating that either he could do with coming off or someone needs to come off just to maybe delay Tunisia's free kick further. Just building their frustration. So free kick comes in, it's kept down on the ground here, but it's a complete air kick. It's a huge let-off for Mali, and they can just clear the ball out here through Toure. Goes past his man. They're still inside their own half here, but they've got possession, but not anymore. Tunisia win it back. Now with Chawat, Tunisia's goal scorer in the 89th minute. Of course, 40'd won the game. I think everyone 40'd won the game for the Eagles of Carthage, but the Eagles managed to equalise deep into stoppage time. 6.5 minutes to go. Now, the referee has stopped play. Oh, now he's resumed. He was just receiving some more instructions, but that was very brief. Game continues. Tunisia down this left-hand side. Sad, about 5 yards away from the byline, but has the ball taken from him. Has to be said, Mali, apart from that one instance where Tunisia managed to get that goal, have defended superbly. Really has been a heroic effort from Mali. Just that one lapse in concentration and it almost ended their tournament, but they're still in it. 6 minutes to go. Long ball pumped up top. The Tunisian defence deals with it fine through Talbi and through Miraya. Now with Ben Ali. Early ball in to the left-hand side, but we've got a Mali player down, and the referee has signalled for a physio to come in, to come on here, and it's Lassana Coulibaly who he was signalling to be substituted, wasn't he, about 2 minutes ago? So that may well be happening now. Don't know if it's just cramp or whether he's actually picked up a knock or an injury. Now, a stretcher has come on. I'd be surprised if he actually needs to use the stretcher. But we've just got a break in play, and it just adds to this tension even more. And we're just having a quick look at the highlights of the match whilst the treatment takes place. It seems so long ago now that red card was given to Woyo Coulibaly. I'm just waiting for this game to restart as Lassana Coulibaly receives treatment. And so he is actually going to need to use the stretcher. So he's just going to be taken off the pitch now. We now move into the 117th minute, but we may well have a couple more minutes of stoppage time now as Lassana Coulibaly comes off. The Mali number 2 will now come on, and that's Hamari Traore, plays this club football for Paris FC in Ligue 1. So we're just waiting for this game to restart after that enforced substitution, which has seen Lassana Coulibaly come off and replaced by Hamari Traore. More defensive cover then for Mali. So 4 minutes to go, plus any added on time. If we don't have another goal, this match will be decided by a penalty shootout for a spot in the quarter-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations. Ball goes out of play. Tunisia will take throw as quick as they can, about 20 yards away from the corner quadrant on their left-hand side, inside Mali's half. But now we've got a Tunisia player down. Referee coming to inspect the situation here. Looks as if the foul's committed by Ibrahima Sissoko. And Sissoko is the latest player to receive a yellow card. Sissoko must be about a foot taller than the referee. Referee almost needing the yellow pages there to give him the yellow card. But that's the latest booking that we've seen. We now wait for this match to restart again. Yeah, it's for a brush to the face there. It's silly. It's obviously just to try and waste as much time as possible. So he was always going to get a yellow card. But, and it is silly because it's now put Mali in a tricky situation. There's 2 minutes to go. And it's a free kick that can be whipped in from the left flank from Tunisia into Mali's 18-yard box. So it just gives Tunisia some hope here that they can maybe find the breakthrough again from the set piece. Plenty of bodies lined up inside the 18-yard box, awaiting the delivery. Delivery comes in from the left-hand side, but it's headed away straight away by the Eagles' defence. And then Toure just manages to head the ball away. And Mali have been able to keep possession here now with Nene. Goodness me, if Mali could score here, that would be astonishing if they could do it. Long searching delivery here, aimed in at the far post, but ends up finding no one. The wind carries it out, and we've got just over a minute to go then. There's Gassel Diakite with the delivery, but falls to no one. Is there time for one last chance then? We're now less than 60 seconds away from the 120th minute here. The Tunisian skipper, Fayani Sassi, plays the ball to Skiri and to Sad on this left-hand side. He's got Ben Ramdani in support. 30 seconds to go. Have Tunisia got one more chance left in them here, or are we going to penalties? Are they going to go for a long-range shot? Are they going to try and play a through ball in or a cross into the 18-yard area? Cross comes in. Oh, but that's a poor delivery, and it just allows Hamari Traore to play the ball over the halfway line. Still got it as well. That's brilliant play there from the substitute, because even if it comes to nothing, it just eats up time. We're now into stoppage time of extra time. Is there enough time here for one more chance? Could it fall to Mali? We've got the ball on this left-hand side through Diakite. Diakite, just about 5 yards away from the byline, tries to go past his man. It's a free kick. It's a free kick for Mali. Right next to where the byline is. Diakite stays on the ground. The foul is committed by Ben Ali. We've got 2 minutes of stoppage time. So there's still time here for Mali to complete an astonishing comeback here. And it was definitely a foul. It's definitely the correct decision from the referee. With a daft challenge there from the Tunisian 14. And are we about to see some incredible drama here after that foul was committed by Mohamed Ben Ali? So, defending to do here for Tunisia, right at the death. There's less than 60 seconds to go of stoppage time. So it's a free kick on the left flank, close to the byline, but only about maybe 6 or 7 yards away from the edge of the 18-yard box. This could be delivered right into the 6-yard area from the left flank. Free kick delivery comes in, aimed towards the far post, but the shot is hooked a long way over the bar. Is that the final chance? The effort in the end there from the far post came from Sissoko. Is that going to be the last shot before we go into a penalty shootout? It's a good chance, you know, as well, at that far post. Just a few seconds to go then. And I think the referee is about to blow the whistle. He's just receiving some instructions here. But that is it. It's full time of extra time. We are going to a penalty shootout here in this round of 16 contest between Mali and Tunisia. It's been an absorbing affair. It really has. So it's ended Mali 1, Tunisia 1. Woyo Koulibaly was sent off after 26 minutes played. Chawat then managed to finally grab the opener for Tunisia as we just broke into the 89th minute. Delivery from Sad just seemed to completely perplex the Mali defence. It was left static and it allowed Chawat to head home from close range. But deep into stoppage time, a long free kick was pumped into the 18-yard area and Mireia committed a handball offence. VAR checked it, but the initial decision stood, and Lassine Sidioko scored from the spot to incredibly give Mali a lifeline. And extra time was quite eventful as well. There were no further goals scored, and so we go to a penalty shootout here, so we'll certainly not take any breaks. We'll keep this coverage going now, right through till the end. So Senegal advanced to the quarterfinals earlier on today, following a 3-1 victory over Sudan. But this has been a much tighter affair. Mali's defence has been absolutely brilliant, just apart from just that one brief moment where Chawat was just allowed a complete free header. He couldn't not miss, really. But Mali have escaped and they've managed to get the game to a penalty shootout with a place at the quarterfinals at stake as the rain continues to hammer it down here. Someone really needs to give the Mali head coach Tom Sanfier a towel or something, because I've never seen anyone so drenched in my life. You've got some very nervous expressions here on for supporters of both teams, of course. And the pep talks are over. The penalty takers have made themselves be known to their head coach, and the list of 5 for each side have been compiled. We're about to start this penalty shootout very soon here. Still looking to see who is actually going to take the first penalty. Still waiting on confirmation of that. So, will it be Mali or Tunisia for the right to stay in the tournament and make it to the quarter-finals? It's been a dramatic game here in Morocco, the host nation, and I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. In terms of attacking threat, Tunisia certainly had more of that, but of course you would expect it with them having one man extra for so long in the game. And it has been incredible resilience from Mali, and will that be enough to send them through? And of course there is a very real chance that Mali could get through to the quarterfinals without winning a single game inside 90 minutes. They drew every game in the group stage. So the referee just in talks with Yves Bissouma and the Tunisia captain Vejani Sassi. So we're about to see the coin toss now. Referee and the assistant referees having a bit of a chuckle here with the captains. They're enjoying it. Not too sure the captains are. And so, about to find out who will actually take the first penalty then. I don't know about you, but I feel nervous. I don't even have any connection to these two sides or support these two sides, and I feel nervous. So, let's see who takes the first penalty then. Conditions couldn't really be any worse. It's slippery, so it won't be easy for any of the spot kick takers to take the penalty in the pouring rain. So we're just awaiting for the first penalty to still be taken here. So it's going to be Tunisia to take the first penalty then. So Tunisia will take the first penalty, and it's going to be Yassine Mariah to take the first spot kick here of this shootout. It was Mariah who came on very early after only 12 minutes played for the injured Dylan Bron. And it was Mariah who gave away, it was his handball that led to Mali's very late penalty deep into stoppage time inside the opening 90 minutes. So, Mariah puts the ball down on the spot. So it's Yassine Mariah against Jigi Diarra. Tunisia to take the first penalty. The 2004 AFCON winners. Will they be able to make it to the quarterfinals here, or will it be Mali? Waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. Whistle goes. Yassine Mariah. He's going to take it right footed. This is such a long build up here. Big, breathe, breath in. Mariah. And he scores! That's a really good penalty there from the centre half. Probably not often you see a centre half take the first penalty of a shootout, but that decision, excuse me, vindicated. Yassine Mariah blasts the ball straight down the middle, right up the top though as well. Only just underneath the bar, but there was no way on earth any goalkeeper was saving that. So Tunisia go 1-0 up here in the shootout. They score their first penalty. Now, time for Mali's first penalty. It's going to be Yves Bissouma to take, the Tottenham Hotspur midfielder, Mali captain. Bissouma, right-footed. Oh, goodness me. That is an awful penalty. That has gone miles over the bar. The goalkeeper didn't get near it, but he didn't need to. Oh dear, and penalty shootout could not have started any worse for Mali there. Bissouma with a penalty that has gone a long way over the bar. Dreadful first penalty. And the shootout couldn't have started any worse there for Mali. So Tunisia have scored their first. Mali very much missed their second. Looks if it's... Tunisia then to take their second penalty. It's going to be Ali Abdi. Takes it left-footed, and that's gone over the bar. That's an awful penalty. Dreadful spot kick. Obviously the nerves are very high. The tension is very high. So Tunisia held an early advantage. I mean, it didn't go a long way over the bar, but... oh, dearie me. Ali Abdi plays his club football in Nice, in Ligue 1 in France. But Ali Abdi has blazed his spot kick over the bar. So it's still Tunisia 1, Mali 0 in the shootout, but Mali can now equal the shootout 1-1 if they score this next penalty. So Mali for their second penalty, and it's going to be Lassine Siniyoko to take. He scored at the end of the 90 minutes. Oh, more drama here. Just questions as to whether the ball is on the spot properly. The referee just double checks. It is Siniyoko. He scores. He goes the other way this time. But Lassine Siniyoko sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Darman doesn't get close this time. And Lassine Siniyoko, after scoring in stoppage time to take the game into extra time, has now scored his penalty in the shootout and gets a big smile there from the Mali head coach, Tom Sanfier. So it's 1-1 after two penalties apiece. So now time for Tunisia's third spot kick. And this is going to be taken by Elias Saad. Plays for Augsburg in Germany. Elias Saad against Jigi Diarra. Saad, right-footed. Scores. Very good penalty. Right into the bottom right-hand corner. Sends Diarra the wrong way. So Tunisia have scored 2 from their 3. Mali have scored 1 from their 2. That was a good penalty there from Saad. And now it's time for Mali's third spot kick. This is going to be taken by one of their substitutes, Douglas Nene. This is club football for Fenerbahce in Turkey. So Nene against Darman. Can Nene score? Right-footed. Oh, and it's come back off the post. It's come back off the woodwork. It's come back off the woodwork. The goalkeeper celebrates. Obviously, it's still not over yet. But Tunisia have an advantage again. Comes back off the post. Let's have another look at the replay here. Yeah, back off the post. The goalkeeper doesn't make the save, but he didn't need to. He did dive the right way, though. So it's still 2-1 to Tunisia. So time for Tunisia's fourth spot kick. It's now going to be taken by Elias Achouri. Elias Achouri. This to give Tunisia a big breakthrough here. Achouri. Right-footed. It's saved! It's saved by Djigui Diarra. Goodness me, what more drama are we going to have here? So Tunisia have scored 2 from their 4. Mali have scored 1 from their 3. Diarra dives to his left. It's not a great penalty, it has to be said. And it's now time for Mali's 4th spot kick. So this is going to be taken by number 27, Gausu Diakite. Plays for Lausanne Sports in Switzerland. So Diakite to make it 2-2 after 4 penalties apiece. Some mind games from the goalkeeper. It's a long run-up for Diakite. Slight pause, but that's a great penalty. He paused and then he just laughs as the ball goes into the back of the net there. Nerves of steel from Gausu Diakite. So it's 2-2 after 4 penalties for each side. We've seen some brilliant penalties. We've seen some awful penalties. And it all just adds to the drama. So now Tunisia's 5th. And this is going to be taken by number 5, Mohamed Ali Ben Ramdani. Plays his club football for Al Ahly in Egypt. So, Mohamed Ali Ben Ramdani against Djigui Diarra. Ben Ramdani is going to take it right-footed. Bit of a long run-up. Crucial penalty. It's a slow run-up. And it's saved! It's saved by Djigui Diarra. It's saved. That means that if Mali can score their next penalty, Mali are through to the last 8 of the Africa Cup of Nations. Tunisia have scored 2 from their 5. That was a good save there. It's not a great penalty. That's a decent save from Djigui Diarra. He makes the crucial save from Mohamed Ali Ben Ramdani. If Mali can score this penalty, they are through to the quarter-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations. The ball has been left a long way for him to go and fetch himself. Goodness me, the drama here, absolutely unbelievable. And it's going to be El Bilal Touré to take for Mali, to take the crucial spot kick, the Besiktas striker. So it's El Bilal Touré against Ayman Darman. It's a short run-up. He's going to take it right-footed. The whistle goes. Touré. It's a stuttered run-up. And he scores! Mali are through to the quarter-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations following a dramatic penalty shootout victory over Tunisia. It's El Bilal Touré that holds his nerve. He sends Ayman Darman the wrong way. The Mali head coach, Tom Sanfier, can now finally get dry. He's absolutely drenched. The rain is pouring it down here. It all adds to the drama, and now the Mali players and staff all celebrate in front of the Mali supporters who have travelled over to Morocco for this game. And Tunisia have been knocked out of the Africa Cup of Nations at the round of 16 stage. What drama here then. So El Bilal Toure with the deciding penalty, a short run-up but a very stuttered run-up, before then, with his final couple of steps, goes at it full pelt and confidently sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And incredibly, Mali, despite not winning a game yet within 90 minutes in this competition, are through to the quarter-finals of this edition of AFCON. And Tunisia, the dream is over. So thank you so much for listening along to our live commentary coverage. It's been an absolute blast. I've really enjoyed it.